The biggest challenges for us to adapt to the widespread changes on the powertrain aerodynamics this year are going to result in significant operational changes from recent history in Formula One. It's the biggest change that we've seen on the engine, gearbox, and also the chassis as well. So when you change all those systems, it inevitably flows over to all the people trackside. So just meeting curfew times, getting through the workload of kitting engines, changing engines, gearboxes, even if you don't actually have failures, that's going to be a massive task. When you add into that unreliability as well as you're developing new systems, it's going to be a huge change for the guys at the trackside.
Very good that are on the cars this year.
So in terms of sporting changes, looking away from the car now, some of the biggest changes are, first of all, the aerodynamic restriction agreement is revised and in the sporting regulations. So there's a concept called 30-30, which means 30 wind-on hours a week against 30 teraflops of CFD usage per week, and you have to stay within that limit for all teams. So that's quite a big reduction from last year, and everyone will be looking around how to optimise that to get the best aerodynamic performance development during the season. The second thing is that in-season testing is back, so we're looking at 4 in-season tests, single car on the Tuesday and Wednesday after selected Grand Prix, and you'll use that for tyre development, chassis development, young drivers driving the car, systems, all those sort of things, so it's quite helpful for the teams in terms of mileage. And then the third thing is the driver numbers. So there's a new sequence of driver numbers where the driver actually selects his own number, that they're assigned for the career of the career length of the driver, and that's it.
Over the next few months.
Well, at McLaren at the moment, the preparation is huge. So there's a hive of activity downstairs. We're obviously building cars, checking them and signing them off, shipping them off to test. We've got a test in Spain, and then we've got a double header test in Bahrain before we head off to Melbourne for the first Grand Prix. All the manufacturing capability during that time is stretched to the limit and over. You end up using a lot of subcontracting outside to support yourself at this time. We're producing chassis. We have to introduce an upgrade kit for the first race. We run a night shift during the tests as well to help the mechanics and technicians just literally cope with the workload. So that's a really big normal part to the start of any year. Made even more so, even more difficult this year because of the rule changes. The reliability aspects of the car and the performance changes you're going to see during the year are going to be really significant. So if the team that wins the first race doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be still winning by the 5th race, and vice versa. It's going to be a real performance development race because you've got the powertrain as a differentiator and big changes to the chassis rules. So it's going to be an exciting year from that point of view.
Tell us a bit about that.
I think Formula One is changing a lot. You can see now we have there's more emphasis on energy recovery systems on board the car, so that's going to change the way that you race, the way you deploy those systems during a Grand Prix. It's going to be very strategic because of the amount that you can harvest and expend around a lap. That means the requirements on a driver are going to shift, so people are going to see the drivers who are intelligent and can cope with the workload while still driving fast and being the champions that they are is going to be a material differentiator. I think we're going to see differences across teams, not just from reliability and performance, but actually the way the driver can cope with it. And also the teams, the engineers on the pit wall, they're going to be so busy just making sure that all of the energy recovery systems and turbo systems are working well within the powertrain.
McLaren as well?
Well, there's a real buzz around McLaren at the moment because we want to re-establish ourselves from in 2014. We're very forward-thinking, learning from previous mistakes, but making sure we really get ourselves back at the front. We're here to win, and we want to win. We're doing that by, of course, investing in technology, but heavily investing in people. We've got Peter Prodromou coming in, so he's coming in the next year, which is great news. We've just taken on Matt Morris as engineering director, and his input's been fantastic into the team, as well as all the existing engineers and people that we have here, just making sure that they're all supported properly, because Formula One is so complex now. You need a team of engineers to keep the creativity and keep the system running properly so you don't make mistakes. And it's an ongoing drive within McLaren to keep looking for great talent across the board, because that's what we're all about. Looking even beyond that, the other program that's starting significantly now is Honda. We've been working with Honda for quite a few months now, with separate teams to our normal development teams, and there is so much excitement around that in McLaren because it's just a fantastic start to what we see as a great era with such a prestigious brand in Formula One. So that's something that's really good for the future.
Very nice years of experience.
I think McLaren's driver lineup in 2014 is fantastic. We have a great blend between experience and youth and speed. I think, first of all, Jensen is a world champion. He's a fantastic brand ambassador, not just for McLaren, but for Formula One in general. He's just, you can't get much better than him. He's experienced in the car, he's fast, he knows how to win Grand Prix. He's great with technical feedback and direction. You know, Jensen really is an all-encompassing driver for McLaren. And that's why we have such a fantastic relationship with him. So we're looking for him to really lead us in the right direction with the new rules. Huge changes, as we've mentioned, to the powertrain and aerodynamics, and Jensen will be a key part to analysing what the car's doing and guiding the engineers and race engineers to really get the best out of the car.
And on the other hand, tell us a little bit about him.
And then also sitting next to Jensen, we've got Kev in his first year as a rookie. He had a fantastic year last year in World Series, dominated that championship, won lots of races and really proved that he's ready for Formula One. Kev is a product of the McLaren Young Driver Program. He's every time he's got inside a Formula One car, he's been so impressive. He's done a lot of simulator work for us before he even got in. When he first drove the car, even on his third time lap, he did a lap time that was good enough for the top 10 on the Grand Prix that was there just a few days earlier. So every time he's been in the car, he's been fast. We expect that. We see he's young, he's enthusiastic. Nothing phases him at this point of his life. I think with that combination referencing back to Jensen, the combination of the two of them, we think is going to be really powerful. As well as Kev, obviously we have our young driver program. We have Stoffel van Dorn coming through as well. He's also going to be a future output of that program. I'd say very shortly.